Welcome to Santa Barbara for CCL Baseball on the Foresters Network. Today, the Foresters will conclude their homestand as they will welcome in their rivals, the San Luis Obispo Blues, for a Sunday afternoon matchup. Hunter Shoemaker alongside Nate Martin, and we welcome you to Eddie Matthews Field. Well, Nate, this has been part of the schedule that has been circled on the calendar. 5 of the next 6 games will be against the Blues.
Yeah, and you can already feel the intensity during the pregame meeting between the two coaches and the umps. Bill Pintard and the SLO Blues manager, Dean Traynor, had an intense stare down. Things didn't look friendly, let's just put it that way. It should be a very exciting game. You know, we got a good-sized crowd here ready for some matinee baseball. 2 great arms, some great bats. You're in for a fun one, folks.
Absolutely. Here is the lineup today for the SLO Blues. Leading off in center field, Ethan Royal. To bat second at short, Sam Ardois. Batting third and in right, Donovan Jordan. To bat fourth and in left, Logan Hart. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Zach Tollerman. The DH to bat sixth, Andrew Raymond. Batting seventh, the catcher, Nico Button. In the 8th spot and at second, Diego Murillo. Gavin Constantine will be in the 9th spot. At third base, Aiden Sims will be the starting pitcher for the SLO Blues. But Nate, today the Sturs will go to Frank Camarillo, his second start of the year.
Yeah, not a surprise. Camarillo has been a great pitcher for the Sturs. He works quick. He forces quick outs, and he's really improved his strikeouts, especially in that last start last week.
First pitch is in there. Cold strike, 0-1 to Ethan Royal, and off and running. 5 of the next 6 games for the Sturs against the SLO Blues. Thanks for joining us on your Sunday afternoon. Comes the 0-1. And that is in there and quickly Frank ahead, 0-2.
3-pitch mix from Camarillo. 4-seam fastball that can touch up into the mid-90s, slider, and then you'll see that change up mostly to lefties as that third pitch.
The 0-2 is down on a check swing for Royal. Ball 1. And the center fielder today for the SLO Blues, hitting .319 entering today. Camarillo has thrown 9 innings so far this season. The 1-2 pitch up the middle, and it's through for a base hit. Royal behind in the count, but it's a leadoff single for the SLO Blues to kick off this ball game.
Now batting, number 50.
Royal, he's been mainly working as that leadoff man for the Blues this season, and as you said, you know, average above 300. He's got a good RBI numbers as well. He's been a really solid player for them in that leadoff spot, and it's no wonder why he's on base early.
In the defense today, Caleb Hoover will be at first, Klepsch will be at second, Sawyer Farr is at short, Easton Mumma is at third, Cole Chamberlain does the catching. Here's Sam Ardois will take first pitch away, ball 1. In the outfield for Santa Barbara, Mandina will be in left, Terrence Kill in center, and Brenton Clark out in right. Number 2 batter Ardois, the 1-0 pitch, chops it off the legs, strike 1.
I think it's fair to say this is definitely some of the stronger defenders we've seen from Pintard. You know, this is a group that he's gone to in big games before, and they've been able to get the jobs done.
And we have seen, especially the last couple days, the mix and match defensively, but to your point, Nate, I believe it is the top defensive core. As the runner was taken off, was fouled back for strike 2.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You know, you got Mumma at third. Sawyer Farr, who's been a great defender, playing his favorite position at short. It's definitely the strongest defense that we've seen from the Stars.
Camarillo, his 3rd appearance, entering today with a 1-0 record. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, foul back, remains 1-2.
Saw Royal take off just now. It's another reason why he's been put in that leadoff spot. Aggressive base runner. Already has a few stolen bags this season.
1-2 pitch, and that is a foul tip back in the glove of Chamberlain. 1 down in the first.
Now batting.
Camarillo let the leadoff man on via the single, but kept on attacking and got the strikeout. That's something that Scott Murray was really praising him of before his first start last week, and saw it just now.
Here's Donovan Jordan, 1-on-1 out. That was off the first pitch, 0-1.
Jordan, definitely an exciting guy in the Blues lineup. He's in the transfer portal right now, but he's been lighting it up this summer. Was previously at Texas. Top 10 outfielder as a recruit in his home state of Texas as well. Clearly a lot of potential with him.
That's fouled back off the mask of Chamberlain for strike 2. And Jordan this year, a very nice season. One of the bigger sample sizes. He's recorded 52 ABs and still hitting 365. So he's been a big addition to the SLO Blues team that's seen a lot of returning players from last year's roster. 0-2 pitch. Fouled off to the right. Now to play. Remains nothing and 2 to the number 3 batter, Jordan.
And that's a nice thing to have as a coach. You know, a lot of returners, guys that you know you can trust, get it done. The Blues, and come out of a North Division, but they had a very solid season.
And Camarillo struck out Ardois, and he will strike out Jordan. 2 down in the first.
That strikeout was brought to you by Lean Sons Plumbing and Heating. Now batting, number 40, Logan.
Well done from Camarillo after he was ahead in the count against Royal. Conceded the leadoff single, back-to-back Ks to bring up Logan Hart. He's only gone 7 ABs so far this year. 2 hits for the left fielder today. I should say 2 for 7 entering today.
Hopefully he doesn't have 2 hits today.
Man on, 2 away in the opening inning. With Camarillo, through the first 9 innings that he's thrown, only conceding 3 hits. That's a strike, nothing in 1.
And we've mainly only seen 2 pitches so far from Camarillo, the fastball and the slider, but at least expect him to work in this changeup here against Hart, the lefty.
Royal remains at first. Here's the 0-1. And there's that changeup away, 1-1.
Try to get the swing there. It looks like a fastball. It starts heading into his zone, and then just at the last second, heads back outside, and Hart having no part in it.
Even at 1 for the number 4 batter. Big swing, strike 2. The Blues, part of the Northern Division in the CCL, entering today with a record of 7-7. The Stars atop of the Southern Division at 10-1. Camarillo, the 1-2 pitch. Runner takes off, and that is a check swing. Able to lay off. An appeal down to her bases. Umpire, no swing. It was real close from Hart, so it's going to be a stolen bag for Royal. And Hart is able to check his swing for ball 2.
I don't really know how you're able to make the call there when the intention is at the second base runner.
So a stolen bag for Royal, his 4th of the year. Count now even 2-2 for Logan Hart. Good delivery from Camarillo. Looks to get on the same page with Chamberlain. Royal with those 4 stolen bases on 4 attempts, so he's been very successful. The Blues, pretty similar numbers in terms of the running game, so expect a lot of action on the bases today. 2-2, that's away, full count.
Try to get him with the changeup again, but Hart not fooled at all.
Should Hart reach, Zach Tollerman will be next for San Luis Obispo. Can Camarillo get out of this inning? 3-2 pitch, fouled back. Means 3-2.
Back to the fastball there.
This is the 15th game of the season for the SLO Blues, the 13th for Santa Barbara. Officially in CCL play. And Camarillo bring home the 3-2 pitch. In there, called strike 3. 3 Ks for Camarillo in the first. Bottom of the inning we go. Forster bats coming up, no score through a half inning. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com. No score going to the bottom of the first. Here's the lineup for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Leading off in left, Maddox Mandino. Batting second, the center fielder, Terrence Kill. Batting third and at third, Easton Mumaw. To bat fourth and in right, Brenton Clark. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Sawyer Farr. Batting sixth, the catcher, Cole Chamberlain. The number 7 batter will be the DH, Brady Dallimore. To bat eighth and at first, Caleb Hoover. Addison Klepsch will round out the order at second base. And Nate, the starter today for the SLO Blues, will be Aiden Sims, the right-hander who plays with Texas A&M, his third start of the season.
Yeah, when we were doing our pregame meeting with the Blues commentary crew, they said this guy, Aiden Sims, is a monster. And if you look at his numbers, you can see why. They said maybe this might be his last appearance for SLO because there's other teams that might be wanting his services this summer. ERA around 1, good strikeout numbers, low walks as well. He only has 2 walks this season, 8 strikeouts. You can get hits off of him. He's given up 6 hits across 8 innings, and as we all know, this Santa Barbara lineup can get hits.
Here's the defense for the Blues. Gavin Constantine is at third. Sam Ardois is at short. Diego Murillo is at second. Zach Tollerman at first. Nico Button is the catcher. In the outfield, Logan Hart in left. Ethan Royal in center, and Donovan Jordan is in right. So here comes Mandino, the man who had the day off yesterday, and he will get the start back in his familiar spot, top spot in the order.
And that's where he's done a lot of his damage on our 366 average. 400 OBP, just gets on base.
Maddox will spray the first pitch down the left field line for strike 1. So Mandino, Kill, Mumaw scheduled in the bottom of the first. No score between these two rivals. Including this game, 5 of the next 6 for Santa Barbara will be against SLO. Here comes the 0-1. Into center field, shallow center field, long run for Ethan Royal, but will make the squeeze. Good read by the center fielder.
Yeah, it was kind of a blooper that fell into no man's land, but
Now batting, number 2,
the Blues center
Terrence
fielder,
Hill.
Royal, hustled over, got on his high horse, and made the first out.
1 away, and bases clear. That's going to bring up Terrence Kill. Hitting .333, but a fantastic day yesterday. Picked up 3 hits, an RBI double in the 8th inning. He's going to take inside for ball 1 from Aiden Sims.
What I always really like about Kill is his attitude hunting into the plate. You kind of could see him there, jamming to his walk-up song, just giving smiles back to the umpire.
Big swing on the 1-0 pitch, evens the count at 1.
Got a 3-pitch mix. Fastball, slider, and a changeup from Sims.
1-1 is down into right field. Donovan Jordan can't make the play. It bounces past him. A little bit of a fumble. Kill's thinking 2, and he will go in sliding. Terrence Kill with 1 out, down to second.
You know, I think the Foresters earlier in the year, they would have just settled for the single there, but not that time. You know, we've seen them become more aggressive on base hits in terms of their running. And Kill, with his speed, turns that play. That should have been an easy single into a double. Really nice and gets into scoring position. Just 1 out.
It's going to go down as a single and then advancing to second on E9. So here is Easton Mumaw. First pitch is in there from Sims, 0-1. Can Santa Barbara strike first in the opening inning? That's something that they've done on a regular basis this season. 0-1 pitch. That is located on the outside edge for strike 2. 5 runs yesterday in the opening inning. In the first 3 innings against the San Diego Waves 2 days back, plated 10 runs. Aiden Sims winds up the 0-2 pitch to Easton Mumaw. Swing and a miss, chasing the high. Fastball 2 down in the first.
I'm sure Mumaw wants that at-bat back.
Now batting number 6, Brenton Clark.
That's going to bring up Brenton Clark. Still just in the opening inning, no score, and Santa Barbara will look to change that with their right fielder. Clark is hitting .406 this year, having a fantastic summer with Santa Barbara. First pitch nearly hits him, ball 1. Aiden Sims, the starter, entering today. 8 innings pitched, 6 hits, only a single earned run, 2 walks, and 8 punchouts. Very similar numbers between these two starters. Camarillo has yet to allow an earned run. 2 walks for Frank compared to 6 Ks entering today. So 1-0. That is down, ball 2.
Clark showing why he has such an on-base percentage. Really patient at-bat so far from Brenton Clark, just taking what he can get.
Clark's ahead in the count. Here comes a 2-0 pitch from Sims. That's in there. Strike 2. Strike 1, rather. Kill was able to advance to second on an error for a base hit and a right. Can Brenton Clark bring him home? Check back to TK. Good throw, nearly down right on the body of Terrence, and he's just able to get back with Ardois, the shortstop, making the play on him.
Kind of mishandled the throw, it looked like. Very close play for kill.
The Stars last couple games caught stealing a number of times. Always very aggressive on the bases. Here's a 2-1, ball 3.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels like teams are starting to catch on. They're starting to do more check-in on base runners, especially at second. And there's been a lot of close calls over the last couple of days. You think about Easton really a couple times when he was at first. There were some really close check-ins.
Comes a 3-1 pitch. That is down, ball 4, and Brenton Clark, 13th walk of the summer to go along with the .406 average. Not too shabby for the number 4 batter to put 2 on, 2 out.
Not too shabby at all, Hunter. Sims doesn't give up walks easily. He's only had 2 the entire year, and that's number 3.
That's going to bring up the switch hitter Sawyer Farr. First and second, 2 away. Sims trying to work around the traffic in this opening inning. Comes the first pitch to Sawyer. That's going to miss inside for ball 1.
Sawyer Farr, another guy who's been really good getting on base. OBP above 500. That's exactly what the Stars do. Be patient, wait for the right pitches, and then take advantage.
There's a 1-0. That is away from Sims for ball 2.
And definitely a really cool moment for Farr and for Kill over at second, you know, going up against your college teammate. You probably haven't seen him in a bit. Bet all 3 had this matchup circled on their calendars for more reasons than just one.
All playing for Texas A&M. Here comes a 2-0. Aggie to Aggie. That's down for ball 3, so Aiden Sims struck out Moom on 3 pitches, walked Clark, and falls behind 3-0 to Sawyer Farr.
You know, Sims, he definitely had a little kind of got an injury at College Station this past spring, which is why he didn't get too much run. He's an arm that they're really excited about.
Here's a 3-0. On the outside edge, late call, 3-1.
When streamed out on the field, Novet's out.
Clark at first, Kill at second. 2 away. Sims got himself back in the count. Here comes a 3-1 pitch. Ball 4, and the bases are filled with Foresters in the first.
How many times do you think you've said that this season,
Now
Hunter?
batting number
A
8,
lot.
Cole Chamberlain.
Something that is really unbelievable this year, how many walks Santa Barbara has been able to produce day in and day out. And yet again, the bases load, and this time that's going to be for Cole Chamberlain with 2 out in the first.
Had the day off yesterday, but A couple hits in his last appearance. He's already driven in some clutch RBIs this summer.
Check swing, he went around for strike one. 4 runs batted in this year for Cole.
He only just joined the team really like this past week.
Newer addition with Santa Barbara now playing their 13th game of the summer. A huge chance to put up some runs in this opening inning. 0-1 pitch drops in for strike 2.
Sims attacking after getting the bases loaded.
Infield straight away. Sims looks for a ground ball to come out unscathed. He's ahead 0-2. Here comes the pitch to Chamberlain. Into right field, it's a base hit. Terrence Kill will score in from second base. Brenton Clark will be coming home, played down at third base. The throw is wide, and a 2-run single for Chamberlain. Santa Barbara, a 2-0 lead in the first.
It's exactly what Cole Chamberlain does.
Now batting, number
Advanced base
27,
runners. This is
Brady Gallimore.
it feels like the making of another classic first inning where the Stars get runs on the board early, past the bats. Gallimore, just the guy you want coming up in this situation.
Gallimore, notably in the last 2 days, 2 home runs. It's going to miss inside with runners on the corners, 2 away and 2 runs in. All 1 to Brady, serving as the DH today after yesterday getting the start as a catcher.
Wind's blowing out to left field right now, just like the last couple of days.
Sims. 2 runs in, the 1-0 pitch. Big swing from Brady, 1-1. Cole Chamberlain, who's at first, brought home the first 2 runs. Bars at third. Comes a 1-1 pitch. Spray down the right field line, slicing into foul ground, strike 2. Brady has now 11 runs batted in, 3 of which came yesterday in the first inning when he brought home 3 runs with the 3-run homer. Here comes a 1-2 delivery from Aiden Sims. Sprayed back. Gallimore stays alive, 1-2.
Kind of talked to Brady after the last game, asking about, he's a younger guy. He's still yet to enter college. How's the adjustment been to facing college pitching and wooden bats? And he said, it's been a really cool experience for me, and I can't wait to continue to do it throughout the summer.
A 1-2 pitch, big swing, and Sims strikes him out. The side retired, but Santa Barbara bring home the first 2 runs of the game. Through 1, Stars on top 2-0 over the Blues.
Dress like a stir.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Through one, Forsters have a 2-0 advantage over their rivals, the SLO Blues, as Frank Camarillo will face 5, 6, and 7, Tollerman, Raymond, and Button, scheduled for San Luis Obispo.
It's a pretty righty-heavy lineup so far from the Blues. Surprised not to see more lefties in the mix.
Fooled there, strike one as Camarillo gave up a leadoff single to start his outing and then K'd the next 3. Now Camarillo through 10 innings this summer has struck out 9. UC Santa Barbara Gaucho winds up the 0-1 pitch, strike 2 on Tollerman.
To big hacks by the tall righty, 6'4", 215. Some good slugging last spring with the Spartans as he goes down 0-3.
4 straight punch-outs for Camarillo. Retires Tollerman on 3 pitches, 1 down in the first.
Now batting number 41, Nico.
That was a really Camarillo, you know, this is a big game against the rival, and he's understood the assignment so far. 4 straight strikeouts. Unbelievable.
Strike 1 on Raymond. Man who's hitting .294 so far this summer. Serving as the DH today. Look at this tempo from Camarillo. Strike 2 on Raymond.
And that's how Camarillo wants to work. He wants to move quick, keep the batters on their toes, and allow him to control the game, not the other way around.
And here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss. 6 pitches, 6 strikes for Camarillo, 2 down in the second.
He's gotten it done so far with all 3 pitches. We saw the changeup just now to the lefty Raymond. We saw a lot of fastballs and slider to the man before him, Tallerman. How does he handle the other lefty and Button?
Strike 1 on Button. Button today is gone. Standing for the first time this season, hitting 1 for 10. And he takes strike 2. Two down, bases clear. The 0-2 pitch to Button. An immaculate inning!
Strikeout brought to you by Green Suns Plumbing and Heating.
9 pitches, 9 strikes, an immaculate inning for Frank Camarillo. And he has now struck out 6 straight. Through 1.5. Stirs on top, 2-0 over the Blues.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Stars lead 2-0 as Hoover will lead off for Santa Barbara in the bottom of 2, with Aiden Sims to face 8, 9, and 1 scheduled for Santa Barbara. And what a top half of this inning, an immaculate inning by Frank Camarillo, who's now K'd 6 straight. Here's a 1-0. It's on the outside edge, 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like all the momentum right now is with Santa Barbara. You got the first runs on the board in the bottom half of the last inning, and then Frank Camarillo comes out and throws 9 straight strikes for the immaculate. I don't think I've ever felt the energy like this so far this season at Eddie Matthews Field. I mean, it was easily the loudest crowd pop we've had all summer.
And here comes a 2-1 to Caleb. Big swing, strike 2. Hoover hitting .222 this season. He's got 1 home run. Yet to be official in the stat books after that game in the Pasadena postponement. But now the 2-2. Just tap foul. He stays alive.
Hoover got on twice yesterday, single and a walk. Still adjusting to live ABs after the broken hand from the spring.
2-2 upstairs for ball 3. And so how will Aiden Sims respond? It was a base hit with Terrence killed and 2 back-to-back walks. Cole Chamberlain, a 2-run single. Hit 2 strikeouts in that opening inning. How will he settle into his outing? Comes a 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3, and Hoover will go down looking. 1 out in the second.
Now batting, number 3, Addison
Yeah, I mean,
Fletch.
it's not easy to get runs on Sims like the Stars did last inning to get extended, to pass the bats around. But been a really good arm this summer. Surprised if he settles in still.
Bases clear, 1 away. Here is Addison Klepsch. That's going to miss inside for ball 1. Klepsch yesterday was in the leadoff spot with Mandino having the day off. Able to work 2 walks yesterday. But back to the 9 spot. He's been in the 8 and 9 spot along with Easton Ruley. But 1 through 9 Santa Barbara has been so dangerous this year. 1-0 is going to miss upstairs for ball 2.
Yeah, the word we were using yesterday was the gauntlet. I mean, it just definitely feels like that. Sims felt it last inning. Or 7 batters for the Stars. Hoping for a quicker second.
The 2-0 is in there for strike 1. Sims get himself back in the count against Klepsch. Remember, Sims just 1.13 ERA entering today.
Klepsch not an easy out as well. A 464 OBP in his couple weeks with the Stars.
Strike 2 on Addy. 2-2 the count. Sims struck out Hoover. And here comes the 2-2 to Klepsch. He will stay alive. 2-2.
Klepsch looking to bring in some momentum into the fall. There's a new stop at UC San Diego.
And here comes another 2-2 pitch from Sims to Klepsch. That's in there. Called strike 3. Klepsch will go down looking, and back-to-back looking Ks for Sims in the second.
Maybe he took some inspiration from Camarillo in the top half of the inning. Seeing one great pitcher make great strikeouts. He's got 2 Ks looking to start the second.
4th strikeout of the day for the starting right-hander for the Blues. That's going to bring around top of the order. Maddox Mandino 2 away, bases clear. Foresters leading 2-0. They had 4 base runners in the opening frame, 2 hits, 2 walks, and Sims looking to settle down as he has, striking out the first 2 he has faced in the second. Here comes a 1-0. That's in there, 1-1.
Last time around had that kind of awkward chop fly ball that the Blues were just able to field in time.
Here's a 1-1. That's away for ball 2. And interesting enough, when you look at all the outs being recorded in this game, All 6 outs for the Blues come in via strikeout. It's only been, for the Stirs, 4 of the 5 have been struck out with just 1 line out. That was Mandino to start the game. Strike 2 on Maddox, so now 2-2. There's not been a ground ball, just 1 line out in the center, and everyone else has been retired via strikeout.
Give the defender some cardio here. Come on now.
Here comes a 2-2 pitch to Mandino. Over to first, it is Tollerman. Maddox will be retired, as is the side. A 1-2-3 second for Sims, and through 2 from Santa Barbara High School. Stirs lead 2-0 over the Blues.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
On to the third inning from Eddie Matthews Field on the campus of Santa Barbara High School. Frank Camarillo, fresh off the immaculate inning. He has K'd 6 straight. He's going to face 8-9-1 coming up in the third.
I mean, what a start to his day. Already has matched his strikeout total on the season in just 2 innings.
Ethan Royal was the only man to get on base, a base hit in the center to start off this ball game. But here's a first pitch strike to Murillo. 0-1. Murillo hitting .474 this season. High fly ball, short right. Brenton Clark will move in, and moving back is Klepsch, but will be the second baseman to make the play. 1 down in the third.
A good read by Kleps. It's always a tough ball to judge. It's an infielder you're not used to having to adjust to many of those, but he got the read on it, waved off Clark from right, and made the snag.
That's going to bring up Gavin Constantine, who will take a ball away and a check swing and no swing, says our first base umpire. So it is ball 1 to Gavin Constantine, who's gone 2 for 20 so far this CCL season with the Blues. Strike 1.
Plays his college ball in upstate New York at St. Bonaventure. And gotta love a school that just calls its mascot named after its school, the Bonnies.
Over to Sawyer Farr, and the Texas A&M Aggie will record the second out in the third, and Frank Camarillo continues to chug along. What a start to the day it is for Frank, the only man to reach base against him. Is the man coming to the plate, Ethan Royal, base hit with a full count to start off this big ball game.
The Aggies would also count as another school that's named after the school name, A&M.
Mm-hmm. First pitch will miss down for Ethan Royal, and for Forester fans, been following the Foresters the last couple years, and you look at the SLO Blues lineup as both these teams played 8 games last year. Some familiar names on this roster. It's a high chopper over to the shortstop. A backhand from Sawyer. Nice play from Sawyer Farr. Silky smooth, 3 up, 3 down. Through 2.5, Stirs by 2.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Now batting, number 2.
Bottom of the third, Sturs will have 2-3-4 schedule. Kill, Moomaw, Clark, 2-0 the Santa Barbara lead with Aiden Sims, 1-2-3 second, settling down nicely after conceding 2 runs in the opening inning, Nate.
Yeah, I mean, definitely stuff that you would have expected from a guy like Sims. He's been really solid this season, but he's facing the order part of a lineup that gave him problems, starting with Terrence Kill.
DK, strike 1, man who had a base hit in the right and advanced to second on an E9 to get in scoring position. And Clark was also able to work a walk against him. Man scheduled in 2 batters' time. There's no one. High fly ball, shallow right. Maria will go back the second baseman. 1 down in the third.
Now batting, number 23, Easton.
I tried to send it to opposite field again, but that time just got a little too under it. Allowed the second baseman to make an easy play. I like that from Kill, though. You know, we've seen guys like Britton Clark have a lot of success with opposite field hitting, and Kill trying to do that this Sunday.
So here's Easton Moomaw. Take a first pitch, strike, bases clear, 1 away, and Easton struck out swinging back in the first. Comes the 0-1 pitch to Moomaw. Strike 2. These two teams last season started to touch on in the previous inning 8 games, and the SLO Blues got the best of Santa Barbara last season. The Sturs went 3-5 against SLO last year in the 8 games being played. But here comes an 0-2 now to Moomaw. Lined into center. Royal will slide over. 2 down in the third.
Nice hit ball, but just hung up a little too long and allowed the center fielder for the Blues to get to it pretty quickly. And a couple of quick outs. You know, both pitchers kind of settling in. This is what we expected from the game, you know. Dominant starting pitching display. You know, Sims settling in. Camarillo's been excellent so far as well.
6 straight now retired by Aiden Sims after allowing 4 base runners in the opening inning. Missed for ball 1 on Brenton Clark, 2 of which were walks, 2 hits for the Sturs in that opening frame.
Yeah, one of those walks was this man right here, Clark. He just gets on base, as we said. Really solid approach in ABs.
Here's a 1-0. A high drive into right, but going back is Jordan, and the right fielder made a good read on that line drive, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Aiden Sims. On to the 4th. Sturs maintain a 2-0 advantage over the Blues.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forrester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Fourth inning from Eddie Matthews Field. The Stars have a 2-0 advantage over their rivals, the SLO Blues. Ardois Jordan Hart will be scheduled to face Camarillo, who has retired 9 straight. Just one man to reach base. It was the leadoff man with a base hit.
Yeah, and then Ardois Jordan Hart all struck out last time around. Second time through the order, though. Second time seeing Camarillo. Let's see how they adjust.
First pitch to Ardois will be in there, strike one, and Frank continues to deal. And if you're joining us late, an immaculate inning in the second. A string of 6 straight strikeouts, and he's ahead 0-2 against Ardois.
I know Ardois, another guy that's playing one of his college teammates, the man out on the left. Both of them, Mandino and Ardois, their college ball at Louisiana Lafayette.
Comes the 0-2 pitch. That will miss high for ball 1. Ardois has been a nice bat in this SLO Blues lineup. 295 this summer. Good amount of plate appearances. 1-2. Broken bat. One hopper to short. And far on the back pedal will be wide on the throw. Ardois is aboard. We'll see how this one will go down. That was dangerous lumber flying in the infield.
Yeah, really. Solid piece of the bat came off there. Most of the head, it looks like. And Farr had to make the tough play defensively. That throw came in. That might be scored as a E6.
It will go down as an error on the shortstop to start off the fourth inning to bring up Donovan Jackson. 1 on, nobody out for SLO. Jordan, the strikeout victim, swinging in the first. Oh, one hopper too far, flips. 1 out to first, got him. 3-6-4 to eliminate the leadoff error.
Farr was trying to think if he should field that one cleanly and try to make the catch, but instead opted for the easy double play. Really nice job. Jordan didn't even try to run over to first. It looked like he was kind of lightly jogging, gave up on the play before he even began.
So the 6-4-3 double play to eliminate that leadoff error to bring up Logan Hart. 2 down, the base is clear. Strike 1 on the left fielder.
Big swing on the changeup. That was something that Camarillo couldn't get from Hart the last time around, so I bet it's nice for him to see that working against the lefty.
Here comes the 0-1 from Camarillo. That's on the outer corner. 0-2.
And then speeds him up with a fastball. It looks like a changeup, but it just doesn't drop. It stays at the same speed, and it gets into the bottom part of his zone.
That last fastball at 93 from Camarillo. Comes the 0-2, swing and a miss. Camarillo picks up strikeout number 7 and only has to face 3 in the fourth. What a day it has been for Frank on the way to the bottom of the fourth. Stars have a 2-0 lead. Farr, Chamberlain, Dallimore next. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
Batting number 5, Sawyer Farr.
Bottom of the fourth frame. Sturs have a 2-0 lead. All the 2 runs came in the first inning. Sawyer Farr will lead off the inning with 5, 6, and 7 scheduled to face Aiden Sims, who has tossed 51 pitches through 3.
Sims has definitely settled in after a tough first inning. He's gotten a couple of strikeouts, trusted his defense as well.
That'll be strike 1 on Sawyer, who worked a walk in his first plate appearance against Sims. 7 straight retired by the slow starter. Here comes a strike 1 pitch to the switch hitter. Got all knotted up there for strike 2. Fall far will be Chamberlain and then Dallimore. 0-2 pitch, and that will be away for ball 1. And we noted it, Nate, with Terrence Kill at second at one point. Farr at the plate and Aiden Sims on the hill, all playing Texas A&M. Comes a 1-2 pitch to Farr. That is just tap foul. Remains 1-2.
Of course, that was off the back of a pretty disappointing season if you're an Aggies fan. You know, you were preseason favorites to win the national championship this year. You returned a lot of guys, and then your head coach, Jim Schlossnagel, leaves for your rival to go take the Texas job, and you only scraped to go above 500. A lot of guys enter the transfer portal, but all 3, Sims, Farr, and Kill, planning on staying and looking to build something special in College Station.
Down now even at 2 with Farr.
Something especially cool for Farr, of course, you know, 4th generation
Yes.
Aggie.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch to the leadoff man. Popped up, shallow left Logan Hart. Has to make some adjustments. There's the first out in the 4th.
Just was a little too under that one. Timed it up really
Now
well.
batting number 8, Cole
Got some good pop.
Chamberlain.
But just couldn't locate the bat, and that'll bring up Chamberlain, the RBI man so far.
8 straight now retired by Aiden Sims. It was Cole Chamberlain, the last man to reach base against the starter. To the first baseman, it's Zach Tollerman to field it off 1 hop, 2 down in the 4th.
A couple times now where Tollerman's
Now batting
had to
number
make a play
27,
unassisted, and he's
Brady
handled it very well, you know. A couple of hard hit balls down that line, and he's recovered all of them very cleanly.
Base is clear, 2 away, and that's going to bring up Brady Dallimore. Sims now retired 9 straight. Strike 1 on Dallimore, fouled off to the right and now to play. And as we look forward to the rest of these games throughout next week, Sturs will just have 1 game against Conejo, but everyone else against the Blues. As Brady will take strike 2. The implications of just playing the same team over and over again. It's really like a series now.
Yeah, it kind of gives both teams a chance to see every single pitcher on each side. which is really going to be, an advantage come later in the season when these teams play each other again.
Here's a shot into the gap, and no chance for Ethan Royal. And Dallamore's thinking, too. He took a wide turn, and we'll put on the brakes. A 2-out knock for Dallamore.
That was a well-hit ball by Dallamore into the gap. He was thinking, too, and I don't blame him, but great throw by the Blues center fielder, Royale. 2-out knock, though. Nice job by Dallamore to get on.
First hit since the first inning, the first base runner, no less. To bring up number 8 batter, Caleb Hoover. One on and 2 out. The Stars a 2-0 advantage. Ball 1 to Caleb, who struck out looking back in the second.
Dallamore taking a pretty sizable lead. We almost took off there on the high throw.
Only one attempted stolen base so far this year for Dallamore. That's going to miss inside for ball 2. In case you're wondering, it was unsuccessful for the DH today. 0 for 1 bases.
This is a good opportunity for Hoover here to get some exposure to an SEC arm. He's heading off to South Carolina in the fall, and summer he gets a really good opportunity to face some high elite arms like Sims.
It's a 2-0 pitch and a big swing from Caleb. Looking to make it a 4-0 lead. Strike 1.
Don't blame him. Definitely got the green light there. You definitely, as the power bat, expect to get something to hit on the 2-0 and high heat. Exactly what you're looking for, but Hoover couldn't time it up.
Comes a 2-1 pitch. In the dirt, good, covered by Nico Button. A chance at first base, safe. Brady Dallamore able to get back in.
Button, more so than any inning so far, we've seen him have to make some plays defensively, and he's handled it pretty well so far.
Really the catching job for both teams we've seen the last couple days here at Eddie Matthews Field has been exceptional. Here's a 3-1 pitch now to Caleb. Chopped outside of third, full count. Outside of first.
I do think that's because of, as summer gets on, you get to know your pitchers better, kind of their release points, be able to read better if that ball's going to go in the dirt or not. And you're able to adjust to it earlier. Also warming up back to being in live game situations as the catcher. Really good opportunity for these guys to continue to build chemistry throughout the summer.
Dallamore at first, 2 down. Time being called. Count is full for Hoover. If he's able to reach, Klepsch will be next for Santa Barbara.
The most amount of weakest Sims has looked since that first inning. 2-out knock, full count here, a couple of pitches in the dirt. Not surprised to see Button try to settle him in before any further damage.
And here comes the payoff pitch to Caleb. Runner takes off. It's ball 4. And back-to-back base runners for the Stars coming with 2 down in the 4th inning.
Now batting, number 3, Addison.
Yeah, this is a part of the order that, Sims had success with the first time around. He struck out Hoover, struck out Dallamore, and both of them have gone on, single and a hit. And now Klepsch looking to erase that K from his first time around.
Asim will take on the first pitch, missing upstairs for ball 1. Struck out looking in his first look at Aiden Sims. It's great to see the 2 starting pitchers after kind of how we talked about this game. Great arms on the hill. Seen some incredible pitching today. Here's a 1-0, missing upstairs for ball 2. And even though the Stars had the bases loaded in the first inning, Sims has settled in and trying to keep control of this inning and keep it a 2-0 score.
You want to try and keep this game as close as possible with the way that Camarillo has been pitching.
Mm-hmm. The count is 2-0 for Klepsch. Comes a 2-0 from Sims. That is in there. Strike 1.
Klepsch, his freshman year at Auburn, Tigers got eliminated Super Regional against Coastal Carolina, who are currently playing in the National Championship right now against LSU.
2-1. Strike 2. Klepsch nearly swinging out of the shoes. Count even. It'll be interesting to see how College World Series will pan out.
Ball. Tiger, future Forster, still in it right now.
2-2 pitch. Into the gap in right center field. Ethan Royal will slide over, and the center fielder will make the play in 2 stranded on the bases for the Sturs. But through 4, it remains a 2-0 lead for Santa Barbara.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
On to the 5th inning from Eddie Matthews Field. And this 5th inning brought to us by our friends at Finney's Craft House. Finney's has now 2 locations in Santa Barbara, one on Lower State Street and one in Goleta. Finney's is a great place to gather before or after any Forester game. Finney's Craft House. Brent Camarillo remains in this game, and his pitch count just in the low 40s through 4.
Yeah, 42 to be exact. And, you know, we kind of got a number from Murray saying, yeah, probably 60, 70 is max. But he's pitching. I mean, plans are meant to change.
Camarillo through 4 is Cade 7. Just allowed a single hit, 2 base runners, one of which Ardois reached on E6. Frank's going to face 5, 6, 7, Tollerman, Raymond, and then Button scheduled for the Blues.
Same 3 in the immaculate second.
Strike 1.
Something we've talked about this summer is about how, you know, you only need 2 pitches working. But it looks like Camarillo's got all 3 in his arsenal. Pumping right now. You know, the fastball's looked really sharp. Changeup's been lethal against lefties, and then, of course, that slider.
It was high and tight for both, too, after a first pitch strike, next 2 missing from Camarillo. And his first 9 innings pitched this season with the Foresters in his first 2 appearances. Just 3 hits, 6 Ks. Ties up Tollerman 2-2.
Looking at his bat like, did I tell you to swing at that?
Camarillo winds up the 2-2 pitch. That is over to Easton Mumma. Slides over to his right. Tough play, and Hoover can't make the pick. And going to second is Tollerman. That ball down at the bullpen, and it was scooped up by the catcher. A heck of an effort. Cole Chamberlain's all the way down there.
Now batting,
Yeah, every
26, Andrew Raymond.
every throw over to first, I've seen Chamberlain get over there in a hurry to cover, and time it kind of landed in an awkward spot, ended up rolling all the way to the bullpen. Definitely a tough play to make. We've seen Mumma. Hoover connect so many times. That time unlucky, though, to get the leadoff man on.
Go down as an E5 and a 2-base error on Mumma to put Tollerman at second. Nobody out. Now for Andrew Raymond. Fouls it off down third baseline, strike one. And for the second straight inning, Nate, a slow blue reaching on a leadoff error.
This time he's in scoring position. You know, the Foresters were able to hold Ardois to just first shot, getting him on the double play. That time, though, because of the errant throw, runner in scoring position right now with nobody out.
Camarillo looking to work around a leadoff error. 0-1 pitch. Fools Raymond, 0-2.
The last time he had a runner in scoring position, 3 straight strikeouts.
That is true. That was in the first with Royal stealing second after a leadoff single. Camarillo has been dealing today. 0-2 pitch. Left side. Here is Sawyer Farba cut off by Mumaw. Goes to first. In time. Down to third goes Tollerman.
Close one. Really nice play by Mumaw. But the runner does advances, just 90 feet away from scoring to bring up Button.
First time a man has gotten to third base today for SLO, and Button is a final strikeout victim in the immaculate inning by Camarillo in the second. First pitch will be in there for strike one. SLO Blues look to cut the lead in half, at least bring home Tollerman, who is at third, and a great chance to get 1 run back after conceding 2 in the first. This ball is fair down the first baseline. Camarillo, he's going to flip to the plate. No play, and the runner will reach at first and a run in for the Blues. It is now a 2-1 lead, with SLO tacking on their first run of the ball game.
You can hear some frustration there, I think, from Chamberlain. It was just a tough throw to make with your glove, and Camarillo couldn't get it in time.
It would have been a tough play at first as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's just that. It almost acted like a bunt. It was just a really awkward swing, and Button now on with just 1 out.
Go down as a fielder's choice on Nico Button. But here is Diego Murillo. Strike 1 on the number 8 batter.
There's one thing you know about Camarillo, he's still going to attack.
That's the first run to come around against Camarillo this entire season. Chance for 2. Far to Klepsch to Hoover. Not in time at first. They get the force out at second. And Murillo is aboard on a fielder's choice. 2 down in the 5th. They turned the double play in the 4th, but some good back-end speed by Diego Murillo. Here's Constantine. He's going to take a first pitch strike from Camarillo. 0-1 with a run in. It's a 2-1 lead for Santa Barbara. 2 away and a man at first. And Constantine grounded out to short today. He will fall behind 0-2 against Camarillo.
Something to keep an eye on over there at first. Murillo, another guy who's stolen a few bases. 3 so far this summer.
Camarillo winds up the 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3, and Camarillo picks up his 8th K of the day. A run in for the Blues through 4.5. It is a 2-1 ball game in Santa Barbara.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Bottom of the fifth inning, 2-1 lead for Santa Barbara. In the bottom of the fifth inning, brought to us by our friends at Finney's Craft House. Finney's Craft House, 2 locations in Santa Barbara, 1 on Lower State and 1 in Goleta. Finney's is a great place to gather before or after any Forester game. Finney's Craft House. Aiden Sims, the starting pitcher, remains in this game. He has tossed 72 pitches, and he will face Mandino, Kill, Mumon, the top 3 for Santa Barbara. Now just a 1-run ball game after the Blues tacked on 1 in the top half of this inning. Chopped up the middle, tough play from Murillo. Can't make the play, it's through. A leadoff single for Santa Barbara.
Yeah, this is really where you're going to see more of the advantage going to the hitters.
Now batting, number 2.
Third time seeing Sims. Want to be able to take advantage of that knowledge about what you're going to get from him, what his pitches look like, how they move, what they look like coming out of the arm. And as that pitch count gets up, I wouldn't be surprised to see him on a bit of a tight leash here.
There are some bodies up now down that left field bullpen for the SLO Blues, loosening up and stretching out. But here is Terrence Kill, 1 on, nobody out. Good cover from Button to keep Mandino, one of the best runners on this team, at first. He's gone 4 for 6 in stolen bases, but a lot of pressure from hit-and-run situations this year, and part of the reason why Santa Barbara won the game against Orange County. And the combination of these two, Mandino at second kill, was able to put a ball in play, and Mandino can fly. There's a 1-0 pitch to Terrence Kill. Have to wait.
It wasn't even hit into the outfield. It was an infield single that scored him all the way from second, partially just because it was misfield by the Riptide. But Mandino, great speed on the base path.
Kill's gone 1 for 2 today. Another check to Mandino, close. Throw was right at ground level, fielding it is Zach Tollerman. Mandino back safely. Means 1-0 for Terrence Kill. Another check. They look like they got him this time. No. Mandino didn't have clean footing, and here comes the SLO Blues manager.
Something that, if you listen to our pregame show yesterday with Maddox, he talked about guys like Dustin Pedroia, some of his favorite players, people who like to get their jerseys dirty. And he slid him back in the first 3 straight times. That jersey is certainly not all white like it was at the beginning of the day.
And it looked like Mandino was going to be hung out to dry after he didn't quite have his footing coming back to first base. And the conversation ensuing between the first place umpire and the SLO Blues manager.
I'll have to go back. I guess satisfied with what he heard. I don't know. I mean, you think there is reason to be upset? That was a close play over at first.
3 straight pickoff attempts from Aiden Sims on Mandino. Still awaiting the 1-0 to Terrence Kill. It's going to miss upstairs for ball 2, and Mandino, a little gamesmanship, looking like he was about to take off. But TK ahead, 2-0.
If I'm Maddox, I want to steal right here so bad. 3 straight pickoff attempts, you get in safe all of 3. I just want to not have to worry about that and head over to second.
Keep an eye on Button, the catcher. Depending on what Mandino does. 2-0 pitch. Left side is through for a base hit. Mandino to second. Terrence Kill picks up his second hit of the day, and back-to-back singles for Santa Barbara in the 5th.
Now batting.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Sims starting to get a little bit in his head there. A few straight pickoff attempts, all unsuccessful, and then a couple of balls, and Kill takes one into shallow left for an easy base hit. 2 on, nobody out for Easton Muma.
Santa Barbara will look to pick up the run that they just conceded top half of this inning. It's a 2-1 ball game. 2 on, nobody out. Here's a bunt. It's a good one. Here comes Button. Will retire Easton at first, but the sacrifice complete. Mandino to third, to second, kill.
Now batting, number 6, Brenton.
Perfect bunt from Moom. All he had to do was just beat the throw, but it did its purpose. Productive out, 2 in scoring position now. Be no better time for a Brenton Clark opposite field knock like right now.
Clark today is 0 for 1 with a walk, a run scored. He's brought home 7 runs this year. First pitch is in there, 0-1. Sims entered this inning with 72 pitches. Ideally for Dean Trainer, trying to get through 5 and keep it a 2-1 game, but that's going to take a lot. 2 in scoring position, only a single out. Comes an 0-1 to Brenton. On the ground, the first baseman holds the runner at third. Gets the out at first. Mandino is halfway down the line at third. But a big second out for the cause for the Blues.
Yeah, infield was playing in their throat. You'd expect it to come home, and now pressure here for the Stars. 2 in scoring position. Just 1 out, and now a mound visit to Sims, looking to some words of wisdom from Trainer for a long time. You know, manager, he's had a lot of experience coaching the majors with the Marlins. Been with the Blues on and off for nearly 40 years. Was the head coach of the Chinese baseball team as well in 2023.
Even when you look at the experience between the two managers, really unbelievable how long these two have been coaching this level and what they know about the game of baseball.
I mean, these are the 2 institutions, I would say, of the CCL, you know. They've been in the league for a long time. A lot of great history, a lot of great players over the years. That's why they're rivals, you know. They're definitely close to each other geographically as well. That obviously helps. But so much history on the field right now.
Batters now Sawyer for second and third, 2 away. This inning started with back-to-back base hits. The next 2 were retired, granted 1 on a sacrifice by Moomaw. 2-1 the Forster lead. First pitch to Farr will miss upstairs, ball 1.
Back-to-back batters. Now he's gone with the off-speed breaking ball. As the first pitch, that one, though, just misses the zone.
Sawyer today has gone 0 for 1 with a walk. Comes a 1-0 pitch from Sims. Slowly hit. It's going to be the pitcher to field it. And SLO will get out of the inning after giving up 2 base hits to start off. Aiden Sims gets out of the jam to keep it a 2-1 game. On to the 6th. Top of the order will be coming up for the Blues. Camarillo back out on the hill. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com. Through 5, Santa Barbara maintaining a 2-1 advantage, and Frank Camarillo, the starter, will face Royal, Ardois, and Jordan after throwing just 59 pitches through 5 innings.
We kind of we're told that his number that they want to keep him at is 60 to 70. Jane Barfield right now warming up in the pen. Camarillo's looked really solid this game.
We'll deal another first pitch strike if you're joining us late. An immaculate inning from Frank Camarillo in the second, taking down the 5, 6, and 7 batters for the SLO Blues. 9 pitches, 9 strikes. He's ahead 0-2 on Royal. And Nate, you mentioned Jaden Barfield throwing down that stir bullpen. We were told Zach James or Barfield would be the first 2 men likely out of the bullpen, depending on the lineup. Swing and a miss, and Royal strikes out and will be retired down at first base. Strikeout number 9 for Camarillo.
You know, his Gaucho teammate yesterday, Crodell, was dealing, had 10 strikeouts through 5. Camarillo hasn't matched that efficiency. He's been absolutely electric, no doubt.
That's going to bring up Sam Ardois. Base is clear, 1 out. First pitch will miss to the shortstop for ball 1. Today, Ardois has struck out and reached on E6 twice today. A man for SLO has reached on E6, and that was Tollerman to lead off the 5th inning. He came around to score the lone run for the Blues today. Here's a 1-0. High fly ball in the left center field. Long run for Terrence Kill. He's going back, and that ball is gone. We are tied at 2. Second home run of the year for Sam Ardois. Tied ball game.
Yeah, we definitely saw, Camarillo look a little vulnerable last time out, had some runners on.
Now batting, number 18.
And then that time, really unfortunate, the home run to tie the game. All even now in the top of the 6th.
That is just the second hit of the day through 5 1/3, given up by Camarillo. First pitch is back to the hill. It's going to be Camarillo. A little bit of a fumble. Can he recover? No. Throw will be late, and Jordan is aboard.
He's done a really good job getting, soft contact, especially, over the last couple innings, but the defense just hasn't been able to back it up. That time, Camarillo couldn't get his own ball back.
Will go down as an E1. So the 3rd error on Santa Barbara. With a run in, the solo shot by Sam Ardois. Tied at 2. Top of the 6th. There's a first pitch strike to Logan Hart, 0-1. Hart has struck out twice today, once looking, once swinging against Camarillo. Comes an 0-1. It's in the dirt. Good cover again from Chamberlain. Defense has been exceptional this year for Cole.
Struggled a bit this past season for Hart at Cal State Fullerton. So he did a really good job of was not striking out, only 1 K the entire spring. Doubled that today.
Check to first base with Donovan Jordan, who's gone 3 for 4 in stolen bases this season. Tied game. Comes the 1-1 to Logan Hart. He sprays it back for strike 2. And after Santa Barbara were able to capitalize, they had the bases loaded in the opening inning. Able to push in 2 runs. The Blues, they ride some good pitching from Aiden Sims. Innings 2 through 5. Find themselves tied now at 2. The count is even at 2 for Logan Hart.
It's been fooled on the changeup before. See if Camarillo goes there.
2-2. It's going to miss downstairs. Full count to Logan Hart. With Jordan at first after reaching on the error. Comes the 3-2 pitch and a check to the man at first base. They got him. Great pickoff move by Camarillo, 2 down in the 6th.
Boy, I bet that feels good. After all the pickoff attempts on Maddox Mandino last inning, first time trying to pick off a blue all day, and it's successful. Nice job by Camarillo reading that one and getting it time to pick off Jordan.
Now a 3-2 pitch to Hart. Will miss away for ball 4. So Hart is aboard for the first time today. A 2-out walk for the number 4 batter.
The first walk the day at that for Camarillo. No walks last time around as well, and that a round visit here from Pintard.
With these two teams playing all these games, 5 games this next week, including today, the strategy and what this really entire next week will look like. Imagine a lot of games like this moving forward the next 6 days.
Absolutely. I honestly, thought just came to my head. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Camarillo again against the Blues sometimes later next week.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been really solid against them today. Last couple innings, some signs of damage, couple base runners allowed in each, but still really have to be really happy with this outing.
The Blues will come back to Santa Barbara High School next Sunday. So we'll see what the rotation will look like and who's going to be throwing, but it's now going to be Zach Tollerman to stand in 1 on, 2 out. And he's going to take a first pitch ball 1.
Good first pitch of the at-bat. Like what Camarillo was thinking there.
1-0 pitch. That is in there, strike 1. Tollerman is 0 for 2. He struck out, but then did reach on an E5. It was the 2-base error to start off the last inning. He came around to score the first, the 2 runs on the board for the Blues. Strike 2 on Tollerman.
Big swing at that. A lot of the times we have seen the Blues, when they swing and miss, they're on massive power swings. Just aren't timed up correctly at all.
Comes the 1-2 pitch. Up the middle, tough play for Sawyer Farr. Gets through. It's a single for Zach Tollerman. He picks up his first hit of the day.
That's what Tollerman's been trying to do. Each at bat.
Now batting, number 26.
Successful that time.
Raymond.
Hard hit ball past the shortstop. Far. 2 on, 2 outs.
That's going to bring up the DH, Andrew Raymond, the number 6 batter for the Blues. They tied this game with the solo home run with Sam Ardois. Can they take the lead? Strike 1 on Raymond, who has gone 0 for 2, ground out to third, and struck out swinging. Camarillo looks for a ground ball. 0-1 pitch. That's away. 1-1. Hart at second, Tollerman at first. Next pitch, inducing a big swing down to third base goes Hart. It was kept in front by Chamberlain, but that little bit of a bobble with the ball in the dirt, Hart is able to capitalize down to third base and runners on the corners.
Heads up play by Hart to advance there. Really smart base running.
Comes a 1-2 offering. That is down, skips past and from third base. Hart's coming home, and the Blues have their first lead of the ball game. That ball spiked in the dirt from third base. Hart, who worked a walk, advances around on the base pass, and Tollerman also down to second.
1 pitch to get out of the inning.
2-2 to Raymond. Ball 3. Camarillo looks to finish this inning. The 3-2 pitch strikes him out. Raymond will go down swinging. 10th punch out of the day for Camarillo, but 2 runs in for San Luis Obispo through 5.5. Blues on top 3-2 over the Sturs.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
The Blues have their first lead of the ballgame after 2 runs in the 6th, and a new arm will enter. Spencer Galloway will take over. He's going to face Chamberlain, Dallimore, and Hoover. First pitch is tapped back by Chamberlain. It is 6, 7, and 8 scheduled for Santa Barbara.
Yeah, Gallimore, he's been a really solid arm out of the pen for the Blues. 10 strikeouts to no walks. Locate his pitches, find corners. Tough first arm out of the pen.
1-1 for Chamberlain, who has gone 1 for 2 today. 2 RBI base hit in the first to put the Foresters on top 2-0. Then a ground out to first, and his first look at the reliever. Here comes a 1-1. Strike 2, fooled there.
It's a nice changeup by Gallimore.
Ball and 2 strikes for the Santa Barbara catcher. Swing and a miss. He will be retired. First strikeout of the day for Spencer Gallimore.
Now batting, number
Gallimore takes over after
27,
Aiden Sims went
Brady
5 hits, 2 runs, both of which were earned, 3 walks, and 4 Ks for the starter today, Aiden Sims, who with...
Yeah, I mean, if the one thing the Stars have done really well today, it's not strike out. That's only their 4th a day. They get 3 off of Sims.
There's a first pitch strike to Brady Dallimore for strike 1. He just struck out, and a base hit into left today for Brady. How will Santa Barbara respond, trailing for the first time today against their rivals? The 0-1. Strike 2. Good breaking ball.
Yeah, really nice breaking ball. Slider just finds his zone. Gallimore listed as a two-way player.
The 0-2, that is away for ball one.
Plays his college ball at the University of Colorado Springs.
Comes a 1-2 pitch. High fly ball into right. Jordan's a long run for the right fielder, and he's going to make the squeeze. Outside your picture frame, halfway down the chalk line. Few paces in fair territory. 2 down in the 6th.
Yeah, it's a really a long way to get that one, but got a read on it, and
Number 14,
another out for the Blues.
Jordan lost the hat in the process. Got knocked off his head, but 2 up, 2 down for Gallimore to bring up Caleb Hoover. First pitch is going to miss from Gallimore. With Hoover today going 0 for 1 with a walk. 1-0 delivery to the first baseman. Down for ball 2.
Job by Hoover to get ahead here. 2-0 count. Got to get something to swing at.
2-0 pitch. High fly ball into right. Drifting back is Jordan. It's going to stay in the yard, and it's going to be a 1-2-3-6 for the reliever, Spencer Gallimore. On to the 7th. 3-2 lead for the Blues.
I thought you called that, dude.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Seventh inning, a 3-2 slow Blues lead. Nico Button, Diego Murillo, and Gavin Constantine will be scheduled with a new arm entering for the Sturs. Jaden Barfield, the lefty, to take over.
And Barfield, this is his second appearance for Santa Barbara. Came in during the Riptide game a couple days back. A big moment, tight moment. And he got 2 scoreless innings, couple strikeouts. Looked really, really impressive. Didn't allow a base runner. So really solid debut and another tight moment here. 1-run game. There's a reason why he's trusted me in these moments is because he can get outs.
It's been very fun to watch in his first appearance with Santa Barbara just a couple days back. First pitch in the lefty-lefty matchup will be in there for strike 1. Button today's gone 0 for 2, struck out, and then rolled into a fielder's choice. It's at a 1-1 count. In the final line today for Frank Camarillo, 6 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned. He walked 1 and struck out 10. But with the Stars trailing, this result holds. Camarillo will be the losing pitcher. Here comes a 1-1. Down the left field line, slicing in a foul ground, strike 2.
Yeah, I mean, really impressive day by Camarillo. And, one to remember, no matter what, you had that immaculate inning. What an amazing accomplishment.
Immaculate inning in the second for Camarillo. Here's a 1-2. Check swing. Did not go around. 2-2.
A lot of people thought that one went around, that he got him, but held up.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch to the leadoff man. Over to Caleb Hoover. It's going to be a tough play. Barfield covers. Good play between the first baseman and the pitcher. 1 down in the 7th.
A great play by both, Hoover had to lay out to get that one, and then Barfield got on his high horse, hustled over, and got there in time for the first out. Great play by the first baseman and pitcher.
Bases clear, 1 out. That's going to bring up the number 8 batter, Diego Murillo. He's gone 0 for 2. Pop up to second, rolled into a fielder's choice. First pitch was going to miss down from Barfield. Ball 1.
And Barfield played football in high school as well back in Texas, and saw some of that football speed right there come in.
Here's a 1-0 to Murillo. Sprayed back, 1-1. We mentioned that Barfield made his debut a few days back. It was on the 18th. Came in to pitch 2 innings, no hits, no runs, no walks, and struck out 2. And he worked very efficiently against that OC Riptide lineup. And Stars ended up walking off Orange County, courtesy of Terrence Kill. 1-2.
Big swing and miss as well. Nice job by Barfield. That's stuff that you have to take away even from this game. Early is just the amount of swings and misses the Blues have had on big swings and misses at that.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Just staying alive is Murillo.
Bit of a competition here between the ball boys of who can get to it first. Rivalry off the direct field of play.
But another 1-2 delivery. Popped up in the shallow outfield. 3 converge, and it's going to be Terrence Kill making the play all the way over. He also lost the hat. 2 down in the 7th.
Kill wasn't the guy I expected to hit that one. You just saw Mandino and Farr both tracking for it. At the last second, Terrence appeared and got a nice job tracking that ball by TK.
Two up, 2 down for Barfield. That's going to bring up Gavin Constantine. SLO Blues leading by a run. Outside of third base for strike 1 on Gavin, who has gone 0 for 2. Ground out to short. Struck out looking. Has his first look at Jaden. Here's a strike 1 pitch. He went around completely fooled. Strike 2.
Something that Scott Murray kind of talked about was about how, wanted to go to the lefty after the righty on
right.
Camarillo, and so far it's looking pretty solid, a couple of quick outs, and it's gotten ahead on every batter so far, Barfield.
0-2 pitch, 3 up, 3 down for Jaden, and a clean 7th inning for the Stars. It's stretch time from Santa Barbara High School, Blues by 1.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc. Member FINRA and SIPC. A registered investment advisor. Treble Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Addison Klepsch, Mandino, and Terrence Kill will be coming up for Santa Barbara, and they'll have their first look at Spencer Gallimore, who went 1-2-3 in the 6th.
Yeah, Gallimore was really impressive in that inning. Got some quick outs. Stuff had a lot of movement. A tough first arm out of the pen to face if you're Santa Barbara.
Sturs trail by a run. That's going to miss upstairs for Addison, who's gone 0 for 2 today. Strikeout looking and a fly out to center.
And it definitely has to be said that, you know, if you're starting them out on Santa Barbara, they only got one run, a couple of runs in the first, and after that, it's been pretty quiet.
Foul off to the right. Landing right in front of where we're sitting. 1-1.
Obviously, 2 in scoring position. The 5th with just 1 out, and you couldn't bring him at least 1 home.
Here's a 1-1. That's going to miss inside for ball 2, and that's a good point. The Foresters, 2 base hits to start off that 5th inning. You can't score, and will that come back to haunt them after just conceding a run at the top half of that inning? 2-1. Inside ball 3.
Definitely, as we said, Gallimore's been more out of his zone today.
3-1 for Klepsch. Top of the order will be next. Check swing. Did he? Yes, he went around. Full count. Gallimore gets himself back into it. Payoff pitch to the leadoff man. Up the middle. Tough play for Murillo. Sliding to his right, and it gets through. A leadoff single for Santa Barbara, and Klepsch aboard for the first time today.
Yeah, massive leadoff hit from Klepsch. Should bring back up the top of the order, doing exactly what you're supposed to do in that 9 spot. Get on so the top can move you around. And Mandino and Klepsch have been great. Kill, have been great today. 3 hits between the pair. Both had a hit their last time up. It's their first time facing Gallimore, who's been a pretty solid arm last inning.
First base runner against Gallimore today. And a check on Klepsch.
Just like a half effort there. Just kind of lobbed it back. Just let him know, hey, I'm going to be keeping an eye on you.
Mandino lays down a bunt. Back to the hill. They're going to second, and they got him. Klepsch, a force-out victim at second for the first out. Mandino will reach on a fielder's choice.
Number 2, Terrence Hill.
Yeah, you know, I don't think expected that one to go to Klepsch at second. Mandino was just trying to advance the runner and go for the sacrifice out, but instead just went right back to the pitcher. Easy play to make. Disappointing.
So 1-on-1 out now for Terrence Kill the second. Sturs trail by a run, and another check on Mandino after last time Maddox was aboard. He had a leadoff single in the 5th, and 3 straight pickoff attempts from Aiden Sim. Well, TK was just waiting in the box.
And another pickoff attempt. I mean, this is getting excessive.
With SLO coming to Santa Barbara today, it is closing out a long road trip for the SLO Blues. On Friday, we're down in Compton. Tough loss against the MLB Academy Barons, conceded 20 runs. Then we're at Orange County yesterday. The first pitch now to TK is going to miss upstairs for ball 2. So San Luis Obispo tracking some miles, playing 3 teams in the South this weekend as they are part of the North Division.
Before that, they had some tough stretch of their own. They had to play the Saints and then the Sonoma Stompers.
Check at first. Got him. Mandino picked off at first base. 2 down in the 7th. And Bill Pintard is not happy.
6th or 7th time's the charm. I mean, keep on casting hooks. Something's going to bite eventually.
Bill Pintard, a very adamant statement to that first base umpire, but now 2 down in the 7th. Base is cleared. The 1-0 pitch to Kill will miss for ball 2. This inning started with the base hit. He couldn't sacrifice. Laid down the bunt. Klepsch was a force-out victim at second. Mandino picked off. The 2-0 will be located by Gallimore, 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, another, feels disappointing again. Could have had 2 on. Instead, nobody on, 2 outs.
2-1 pitch is located at 85 from Gallimore. Evens the count.
Bill can't believe that.
And Gallimore lines up the 2-2 pitch. Nubbed outside of first base. Remains 2-2. Santa Barbara. We brought it up in the early parts of the broadcast. Last year, SLO Blues had 5 victories compared to just 3 losses against the Sturs in the 8 games being played against these 2 rivals. A 1-run game in the 7th. Count full now for Terrence Kill.
Good job by TK laying off of that one.
This will now be the 7th pitch of the plate appearance for Terrence Kill. 3-2 delivery. High fly ball into center. Drifting back comfortably is Ethan Royal, and the side will be retired. Gallimore only has to face 3 through 7. Blues lead 3-2 over Santa Barbara.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Eighth inning from Santa Barbara High School. Barfield remains on the bump for the Sturs and will deal a first pitch strike to the top of the order. Ethan Royal will lead off, then Sam Ardois, Donovan Jordan scheduled for SLO.
Barfield's been really, really impressive that last inning. Looking to pick up where he left off. Crucial that he keeps this game as close as it can possibly be.
0-2 on the leadoff man, who has gone 1 for 3 today. Base hit in the center, ground out to short, and a strikeout back in the 6th. 0-2 pitch. High chopper charging in is Sawyer Farr. The throw to first will be in time. 1 away in the 8th.
Nice job by
Now
Farr.
batting number 55,
Getting that one there in time. You know, the leadoff man, Royale, has some speed, but can get there in time.
That's going to bring up Sam Ardois. Notably, Ardois had a 1-out home run in the 6th inning to tie the game, and then one more run came in for the Blues to take the lead. He will take inside for ball 1.
Hey, you know, we didn't see any home runs at this ballpark for a good week and a half. And now
Right.
we've seen 5 in the last 3 days.
Comes the 1-0. That's on the outside edge, 1-1. And even overheard Bill Pintard talking with a couple of players with wood bats. There is that adjustment period now. Kind of played that double-digit mark. Sturge playing 13, the Blues 15. Start to get more comfortable with it. It's now 2-1 for Ardois.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, becoming more used to that. It's also just readjusting to live at bats in general
Mm-hmm.
for a couple of weeks off.
2-1 pitch is foul back, 2-2.
And Ardois, you know, back at Louisiana Lafayette, had some good pop, a couple of home runs.
Two pitch is just tapped foul by Ardois. He remains alive. Yeah, we talked about the pitching to start off this ball game, but Santa Barbara pitching has struck out 11 Blues today, and that's just been the past 3 games how Santa Barbara has found a lot of success. Obviously, the offense has been there, playing a lot of runs. But the 2-2 now to Ardois will strike him out, make it 12 on the day for Santa Barbara, 2 down in the 8th.
Now batting number
Straight Ks
18,
for
Donovan Jordan.
Ks in 3 innings, two innings, excuse me, so far for Barfield. Picking up where he great, you know, performance last time out, and he's been great to start today.
Comes the first pitch now to Jordan. Sprays on top of first base dugout, strike 1. And back to that thought about the strikeouts. Yesterday, Santa Barbara pitching struck out 16. The day before that, 13. And then the day before that, 15. And they have 12 so far today through 7 2/3. Here comes a strike 1 pitch to Donovan Jordan. That will be down 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, pitching's definitely picking up. You know, something that they struggled with a lot to start the season was, you know, more walks than strikeouts. And that's the opposite. Only 1 walk today. 12 strikeouts, as you mentioned. A really nice adjustment over the last couple weeks.
That is strike 2 on Donovan Jordan today, who's gone 0 for 3, a strikeout, ground into a double play, and then reached on an error back in the 6th. Bottom of the inning, the Sturs will have 3, 4, and 5 scheduled, but right now comes the 0-2 pitch to Jordan. Misses away, 2-2.
Barfield thought I might have been in there for strike 3. I have to do it again.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Jordan. Strikes him out. 6 up, 6 down for Jaden Barfield. Go to the bottom of the inning. Mumaw, Clark, Farr coming up for Santa Barbara, trailing by a run.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Lee & Sons Plumbing and Heating is proud to join the Foresters family of sponsors this season. I, Conan, a third-generation owner, was proud to coach for the Foresters for several seasons. Just like the Foresters are champs on the field, Lee & Sons are champs off it. We're experts in every type of plumbing and heating service and repair, from leaks and clogs to heaters and faucets. Strike out your plumbing problems by calling us at 805-965-9586. Lee & Sons, the champions of plumbing and heating. 805-965-9586. Stir it up.
Santa Barbara trail by a run, 3, 4, and 5 schedule with Spencer Gallimore remaining in this ball game. He took over in the 6th, gave up a base hit, but only had to face 3 in the last inning. 2 Forsters were retired on the base paths. Here comes the first pitch to Mumaw. It's going to be ball 1 away.
Yeah, I mean, leadoff hit. If we just got to feel a little comfortable heading into this inning, you know, numbers starting to get up for a guy who's mainly just a reliever.
This is hard hit outside of first base for strike 1 on Mumaw.
Part of your order that you want to see come up. Mumaw, great hitter.
Comes a 1-1 pitch outside of first base for strike 2. Easton today's gone 0 for 2, strikeout, a line out to center, and then lay down a sacrifice back in the 5th. Gallimore looks to keep it a 1-run ball game in the 8th. It's going to miss upstairs, 2-2.
You know, the stakes here. Forsters played a couple close games this season and have looked really good in them, but it's a rivalry. It feels different.
The 2-2 is in the air and to right for a base hit. Mumaw on base for the first time today to set the table. Tying run on base for Santa Barbara.
Now batting, sponsored by Citywide Home Mortgage. Number 6.
Job getting on by Mumaw. That ball was out of his own high, but he still swung on it. Got solid bats of ball, and leadoff man is on for the second straight inning.
When you look at this ball game, the Sturs have had a leadoff single on 3 occasions. Neither time have they been able to score. Here's the first pitch to Brenton Clark, missing for ball 1. Clark 0 for 2 with the walk. Scored a run back in the first inning. He was able to reach base on balls since he's lined out to right, ground out to first. 1-0. In the air into center field. Royal won't be able to make the play. It's a base hit. First and second, nobody out for Santa Barbara.
That one just dropped in there in no man's land. Royal, really good job, almost got to it. You know, Mumaw kind of hesitated a bit, but once he realized I was dropping, hustled over to second. The throw was close, but got in there standing up and 2 on, nobody out. A mound visit, you know, Gallimore, as I said at the top of this inning, mainly a reliever. Not used to pitching in these longer situations. No arms still tossing, though. They're trusting them to get the job done.
A couple of bodies up and starting to loosen up their arms down that left field pen. First and second for Sawyer Farr, the switch hitter today, has gone 0 for 2 with a walk. Can Santa Barbara tie this game, take the lead in the 8th? The bunt's going to miss. Say the bunt attempt is going to take upstairs for ball 1. To follow Farr will be Cole Chamberlain.
Always see him practice those bunts in batting practice.
First and second, nobody out. The 1-0 pitch is going to be foul off the end of the bat. 1-1.
It's got to be a good bunt. Can't allow them an opportunity to get the lead runner out. Got to advance both in the scoring position.
Corners, both corner infielders playing at the infield grass junction. Gallimore. Wind up the 1-1 pitch to Sawyer Farr. That is foul down the third baseline. Strike 2.
Couple of bunts in a row going foul. Wouldn't be surprised to see him keep going at it.
We'll see what he does now with 2 strikes. 1 and 2. Nobody out. Tying run at second. Go ahead run at first. 1-2 pitch. He's going to strike out. Can't lay down the bunt. 1 down in the 8th inning.
Yeah, I went with the changeup. It looks like the fastball
Randy Rouse, number 8,
coming out of the plate. Then it just moves off to the left, and Farr couldn't adjust to it. Big out 1 for the Blues.
And now Bill Pintard making a change on the bases. A pinch runner, Easton Ruley, to now run at second base. Represents the tying run for Santa Barbara, and that's going to bring up Cole Chamberlain. First and second, 1 away. And he's been with us since the beginning. Chamberlain had a 2-run single back in the first to put Santa Barbara on top early. Since then, they gave up a run in the 5th and 2 in the 6th. That's going to miss inside ball 1.
Good job laying off of that one from Chamberlain.
So really remember, he's at second, one of the best runners on this team, along with Brenton Clark representing the go-ahead run at first. 1-0 pitch is checked down the first baseline. Foul. That is strike 1.
I'm reading that one, and maybe if it went fair, just got to take off no matter what. And luckily, bounce foul.
With the Stars having 2 back-to-back singles to start off the 8th. When you look to the 9th, 4, 5, 6 will be scheduled for SLO. Hart, Tollerman, and Raymond. Currently 3-2 SLO lead. Comes a 1-1 pitch to Chamberlain. That's away for ball 2.
Job by Chamberlain not to get fooled by the changeup.
After Cole will be Brady Dallimore, who stands on deck. 2 balls and 1 strike for Cole Chamberlain. Spencer Gallimore deals the 2-1 pitch and up and out of play. Down the left field line, 2-2.
Got a couple power bats coming up here. You know, obviously Chamberlain at the plate. Dallimore, these guys can do damage in bunches.
2-2 pitch away, played down at third base. Ruley is out at third, 2 down in the inning. Brought in a pinch run. Both runners take off. Caught stealing for the second out.
That's really tough, man. That's really tough.
Count now full on Cole Chamberlain. Here's the payoff pitch. Strikes him out. And the Stars had 2 singles to start off this inning. Come up empty through 8. San Luis Obispo leads 3-2 over Santa Barbara.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
On to the ninth inning, San Luis Obispo leads 3-2 over Santa Barbara. We saw Easton Rulli pinch run. Rulli will take over at second with Klepsch sliding over to third base. Comes the first pitch now to Hart. Squares around to bunt, takes strike one. Jaden Barfield remains in this game. He has seen 6 and retired 6 in the 7th and 8th.
Saw 6 and retired 6 in his last outing as well. He's been really solid out of the pen both appearances so far.
And he is quickly ahead 0-2 against the number 4 batter, who's gone 0 for 4 today with a walk and a run scored. And it was also Hart who scored that third run, the go-ahead run, back in the 6th. 0-2 pitch is lifted out play down the left field line. 0-2 it remains.
It's hard to get a read on those, you know. It's behind all the dugout and can't even get a read on it from over here.
These two teams will play 4 more times next week. As the 0-2 jammed and able to stay alive, rolls it towards the third base dugout, means 0-2. To follow Hart will be Tollerman and then Raymond. Job for Barfield, keep it a 3-2 game. Do not allow any more runs to come around. 0-2 pitch is going to hit him square on the back, and Hart is aboard for the second time today.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
It's the first base runner Jaden Barfield has allowed all season.
Bill Pintard appeared out of the first base dugout. You see bodies throwing. Zach James is currently tossing down that right field line for Santa Barbara, and he just unloaded about 3 pitches in like 8 seconds. Rapid fire down that right field bullpen for Santa Barbara.
Barfield's on a tight leash here.
Number 22, Zach Tollerman.
Hard looking to keep this at just a 1-run game.
In case you're wondering, it's going to be Dallimore, Hoover, and Klepsch scheduled in the bottom of the 9th for Santa Barbara, 7, 8, and 9. What's going to be now Tallerman to stand in, 1 on, nobody out. Strike 1 on the first baseman.
That's something we've seen a lot from Tallerman. Big swings. Worked last time where he had that hard hit single. Didn't work the first time up, though, as he struck out on 3 pitches in the 2nd.
Did reach on error back in the 5th, a 2-base error, and then a base hit in the center in the 6th. His first look at Barfield. 0-1. Away 1-1. Entering today, the Blues 7-7 CCL record. The Stars a 10-1 CCL record. Here comes a 1-1.
I There's only one thing in his mind right now. And it's not keeping the ball in play.
1-2 the count. Man on, nobody out. 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Fourth punch out of the day for Barfield. Big first out in the ninth.
Brought to you by Lean Sons Plumbing and Heating.
A big strikeout. You know, he knows the pressure that's on him right now. With James warming up pretty intensely in the bullpen right now. Another base run. He gets pulled, but he comes through strong there. Gets a strikeout.
The first pitch on the lefty-lefty matchup to Raymond will be a called strike at 88 from Barfield. 0-1. Raymond today's gone 0 for 3. K'd twice and a ground out the third. Here comes the 0-1. On a breaking ball, fouls it back. 1-2. 0-2 rather. Nico Button stands on deck, but can Barfield find a ground ball? 0-2 pitch is sprayed over the third base dugout and out of everything here. Eddie Matthews Field. 0-2. It remains.
Raymond so far, he struck out twice. First time facing Barfield.
Hearts at first. 1 down, 0-2 pitch is rolled towards the first base dugout. Still no balls and 2 strikes. In case you're wondering, Logan Hart has not attempted a stolen base this season. What will be the deficit for Santa Barbara in the bottom half of the inning? Right now it's 1. 0-2 pitch. Strikes him out. Back-to-back Ks for Barfield.
Way to attack after, allowing the base runner with the hit by pitcher. First base run of the season. Come back, 2 straight Ks. Really nice recovery from Barfield so far.
His 5th punch out, and Nate, we've been talking about the excellence from the pitching staff. Now for the 4th straight day, they have struck out 15 after 16 yesterday, 13 the day before, and then 15 the day before that. First pitch will be missing to Nico Button, ball 1.
Barfield was a guy that came into Santa Barbara really hot. He didn't allow any runs in the month of May. Got some run in the SEC tournament, including a start against Kentucky.
The 1-0 is going to hit Nico Button. 2 reaching in the 9th, both hit by pitches. First and second to bring up Diego Murillo. And here comes Bill Pintard out of the first base dugout. Barfield has been exceptional in his now 2nd appearance. In his first couple days ago, saw Zach James warming up in the bullpen, and there will be a pitching change for Santa Barbara. Barfield's day will be complete. New arm coming in for Santa Barbara. Runners at first and second for SLO. 2 down in the 9th.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
The new arm in for Santa Barbara will be Zach James. He inherits 2 runners, 2 down in the 9th, and a 1-run game.
Yeah, this is a big situation to come into. You just need to get one out, and then hoping that you could at least, come in the 10th. But you obviously want to stay out in the. Just get this one out.
Diego Murillo.
Pressured lineup to get it done. It's gonna be a tough out. Murillo leads the Blues in average with 474.
Murillo has gone 0 for 3 today. A pop up to second, rolled into a fielder's choice, and a fly out to center. 3-2 Blues lead, top of the 9th. There goes the runner from second to third. No throw down from Chamberlain. Aggressive base running, and Hart picks up his first stolen bag of the CCL season. That puts even more pressure on the battery, making sure no wild pitches, no pass balls to make it a 1-run game. I should say 2-run game.
And Chamberlain looking to some things around here.
First pitch missed from James to Murillo. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. That is down for ball 2.
Last time we saw Zach James, really impressive performance. 3 innings, 1 hit, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. Got the save as well.
Takes over for Barfield, who went 2 2/3, no hits, responsible for the 2 runners. He didn't walk anyone and struck out 5. Comes a 2-0 to Murillo from Zach James. Hard hit into left, and it's a base hit. And it's going to get past Mandino from first base. Nico Button is coming home. Mandino is going to scoop it up, but 2-run score on the play. It is now a 5-2 Blues lead.
That's a really tough one, man. No matter how you swing it, that's a really tough one. I was going to score a run, and then Mandino kind of fumbled with it and left. Maybe misjudged it, and 2 came across the plate. Murillo was hitless up into that point, but the team leader in average gets on board, and he's on second right now, still in scoring position.
Batter's now going to be Gavin Constantine, who will take breaking ball for ball 1. So it's going to go down as an RBI single for Murillo. Advancing home on the E7 will be Nico Button to plate the second run of the inning. 5-2 Blues lead. So 1-0 pitch. That's in there 1-1. The Stars now with their 3rd error in this game. The second error cost them a run in the 5th. It costs them here in the 9th. Comes the next pitch, left side. Here is Klepsch, the new 3rd baseman. And the throw is wide, and the batter and the runner's going to be safe. Constantine is aboard. The throw pulled Hoover towards first base. First and second.
Now batting number 50.
And another error on Santa Barbara.
Too many. If you look at the score sheet right now, so many errors on the board right now. There's at least 5 for the Foresters. Really, really tough day defensively.
The 2-out error to continue the inning to bring around the top of the order, and Ethan Royal, 5-2, the Blues lead. This is in the air to center field. Kill's going to make the squeeze. Good jump from the center fielder, but the damage has been done. 2 runs in the 9th, and is now a 5-2 lead. Stars down to the final 3 outs. Dallimore, Hoover, and Klepsch coming up.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Bottom of the ninth inning. It is now
Now batting.
a 3-run deficit for Santa Barbara. Brady Dallimore will lead off, and Spencer Gallimore looking to close out this game. He's been in this ball game since the 6th after Aiden Sims went 5. Stars down to their final 3 outs, down by 3 runs.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a really tough, back half of the game here for Santa Barbara, but there's one thing that the Stars can do. It's get runs in bunches.
That is absolutely true. 5 spot yesterday, and back against the Waves 2 days ago, plating up 14 runs. Here comes a 1-0 pitch now to Brady, 1-1.
Yeah, this is a great guy to lead it off. Dallimore, 2-game homer streak. He's been more patient with his at-bats as well.
Dallimore today's gone 1 for 3. 1-1 pitch, fooled there, 1-2. Big swing from Brady. Caleb Hoover will be next for Santa Barbara, down by 3 runs. Comes a 1-2 pitch down in the dirt, 2-2.
Good read by Dallimore. I think the biggest thing here with Santa Barbara is do what you've done a lot this season, is be patient with your pitches.
Yes.
Wait for the right ones to come. If they don't come, more than happy to take a walk in this situation. If not, take advantage and get on base.
2-2 delivery to Dallimore. Fly ball in the right, drifting over is Jordan. 1 down in the 9th.
I like the attempt to try and send it into opposite field, but it just hung up too long, and Jordan got under that one pretty easily, and 1 down here in the bottom of the 9th.
Here's Caleb Hoover. He's gone 0 for 2 with a walk today. Just needing base runners at this point. Klepsch will follow Caleb, and then should one of the 2 reach Maddox Mandino. First pitch, fought off, strike 1.
Hoover's been a mainstay in the lineup this summer, and for good reason. He gets on base. He's come up clutch in situations before, kickstarted the rally against the Riptide a couple days back.
That's inside to even the count 1-1. The Stars put up 2 early runs in the first. Gave up 1 run in the 5th. Blues tacked on 2 more in the 6th and 2 in the 9th. And those 2 runs in the top half of this inning. A gut shot for Santa Barbara. Bases clear, 1 out. The 1-1 pitch, strike 2.
And you definitely feel like, oh, we can do this. It's only a run difference. Then you give up 2 more. That makes the mental game already tougher than it is. A really unfortunate swing of momentum.
1-2's down and away to even the count, and Gallimore's been firing that slider with great success.
Yeah, especially to lefties, and it's a lefty-heavy lineup.
One away and the base is clear. Comes the 2-2 to Caleb Hoover. On the ground, outside of first base, just barely.
Just barely. I mean, the first hop was fair, and it just went foul before it left the infield. That's a hard hit ball. More of that.
That one would have gone down into the corner. Here comes the 2-2 to Caleb. That's going to be inside, full count.
The big thing is if you can get runners on, a lot of these balls have been in the dirt, getting past the catcher. Easily take advantage of that.
The big pitch coming up for Spencer Gallimore. 1 away, the base is clear. 3-2 pitch on the ground to Tollerman. He's going to do it himself. 2 down in the 9th.
Ball low. Try to reach down and get it, and got it in play, but it was softly hit to the first baseman. An easy play for Tollerman, who's been pretty solid defensively the entirety of this game.
Stars down to their final out, trailing by 3 runs. Batter will be Addison Klepsch. First pitch swinging, a shot into center, and it's going to fall for a base hit right in front of Ethan Royal. A 2-out knock for Klepsch. He's now 2 for 4.
Clutch. Clutch for Klepsch. Big time.
Now batting,
He's
sponsored
got
by
some
the Santa
speed.
Barbara Mayor Randy
And Dino.
Rouse. Number 1, Maddox
Killed and rolling
Mandino.
hot. Gotta have the belief here.
The batter is now Maddox Mandino. He's gone 1 for 4 today. Looking to get on base, bring the tying run to the plate. That's fouled down the left field line and slices out of play, strike 1.
Try to get it opposite field. I like that. I would have fallen in for a double. Two in scoring position would have been great, but instead.
Sturs still down to their final out. Can they bring the tying run to the plate in the 9th? Need to get Mandino aboard. Comes the 0-1 pitch. There goes the runner, but indifference with the defense, strike 2.
Even at that point, you know, you saw he was dropping into the zone. There's no reason to even throw it. You're down to the final strike now.
Santa Barbara down to their final strike. Spencer Gallimore will deal an 0-2 pitch to Maddox Mandino. High for ball 1.
Good read by Maddox. That high fastball can be tempting, but Mandino didn't give in.
Ball and 2 strikes. A 1-2 pitch to Mandino. It's going to hit him. It's going to bring the tying run to the plate.
Yeah, this is when, you know, leaving in the reliever for trying to make him do a 4-inning save. It's so tough. The fatigue starting to show. Easy pitch. Last time for Klepsch, who got the first pitch swing and got on, and now Mandino stung on that one. 2 on. Kill. It's come up clutch before. Obviously, the walk-off single against the Riptides on Wednesday.
Darren Sage has gone 2 for 4. We'll get his second look at Gallimore. Tying run at the plate. 2 down in the 9th. Ball 1. Base hit in the 1st, base hit in the 5th, using all fields today. 1-0 pitch. Lined into right field. Jordan is there, and there is the ball game. A 5-2 victory for the SLO Blues, and they take game 1 of 4 more games to be played between these two clubs in the coming week. And Nate, the difference in this one, some defensive and uncharacteristic errors from Santa Barbara.
Yeah, 5 to be exact, and that's the difference. 5 runs on the board for the Blues, and a lot of them because of those errors, allowing innings to go on longer than they should. But I think the biggest thing that I want to talk about is just, you know, leaving runners in scoring position. You know, there's multiple times where a leadoff man gets on, he's able to advance to second. You couldn't bring home a run after the first, and that's, you know, it's concerning.
Again, away on Tuesday.
You know, it's great if you can get numbers on the board across, you know, 1 inning, but it doesn't really matter if you don't get any on in the rest, and that's exactly what happened to Santa Barbara today. The great news is, though, day off tomorrow, and you get a lot of chances to get some revenge on this Blues team next week.
One thing for Santa Barbara pitching, another 15 strikeout performance. Camarillo was fantastic today.
I said it when he came out of a game, but it's something that you can't take away from you. You know, you get the loss in your record, but you were great today. Only 2 earned runs and a 6-inning performance. Really solid performance by Camarillo.
Along with Jaden Barfield and Zach James, just the Sturs come up short today. The winning pitcher will be Aiden Sims. The loser, unfortunately, will be Frank Camarillo after his immaculate inning and a fantastic performance by the Santa Barbara pitcher and a 4-inning save for Spencer Gallimore and a 5-2 victory for the SLO Blues. Last thoughts?
Back in action Tuesday. Good opportunity for some revenge.
Sturs will be up at Sinsheimer Park. Back-to-back games on the road up in San Luis Obispo on the 24th and 25th. Both games starting at 6 o'clock local time. Thanks for sticking with us. For the entire team, the entire staff, for Nate Martin, I am Hunter Schumake saying so long, and we'll see you on Tuesday when the Sturs are back up in action against the SLO Blues in San Luis Obispo. We'll see you then.
Thank you.